Welcome to Daily Wisdom, Walking the Path with the Buddha, a podcast shared by David Roylance. This podcast is dedicated to guiding you to completely eliminate the discontent mind and the suffering it causes by attaining enlightenment. Learn and practice the teachings of Gautama Buddha that will guide you to fully attain a peaceful, calm, serene, and content mind with joy. To support this podcast, visit patreon.com/support Buddha or visit buddhadailywisdom.com, where you will discover a full range of courses, retreats, and online learning resources to assist you on the path to enlightenment. Now, here's our teacher to share more.
Sawadee Kap. Hello and welcome to Daily Wisdom, Walking the Path with the Buddha. Today is our group learning program, and on Wednesdays what I do is I guide you in a meditation session, and then I open up to any and all questions that you have related to the path to enlightenment as taught by the Buddha. On Sundays, I go chapter by chapter in this book titled Developing a Life Practice, The Path That Leads to Enlightenment. And we're actually going to be starting over on this program from the very beginning of the program on the 9th of August. Every 7 months, we start from the very beginning. So it's a wonderful time for people to start from the very beginning of the program. Whether you're attending live or you're listening to the recordings, you're always welcome to be able to restart this program because it really lays a nice, solid foundation for you in understanding the path to enlightenment and how to actually move your mind to this enlightened mental state. What we're going to be doing today is I'm going to guide you in a loving kindness meditation. What we do here is we start with some chanting in order to ease the mind into meditation and get more benefit out of the meditation itself. Then I'm going to come in with some guidance for breathing mindfulness meditation. This is going to help prepare the mind for loving kindness. Then there's going to be a brief period of quietness where we're all just meditating. Then I'm going to come in with some more guidance where I'm going to essentially be saying these affirmations of things like, may I be peaceful, safe, well, and free of discontentedness. And then we're going to be going to these wider and wider rings where eventually we're going to get to all beings. When you hear those phrases, you would like to repeat those in your mind on the out breath. That's going to help to rewire your mind to be loving and kind, warm and gentle. It's going to take multiple sessions and multiple years of training, not just with this meditation, but with other things as well, in order to be able to gradually train your mind to eliminate all of its anger, hatred, ill will, the bitterness, the hostility. All of that can be eliminated from the mind through training the mind. And this meditation is an important part of that. And then you're going to need to go out into the world and be loving and kind through your intentions, speech, and actions. Then we're going to come out of the loving kindness meditation with some more breathing mindfulness meditation. Then we'll go back to the chanting. And then what I'll do at that point, after we're done with our meditation, is just open up to any and all questions that you have related to the path to enlightenment. So again, welcome to all of you guys. And if you'd like to join for meditation, feel free to take whatever position you like, either seated, lying, or standing. These work really well with loving kindness meditation. I'll come in with the chanting, which you're welcome to join in on, and then I'll come back in with the guidance to help you. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Mahakeva Potang Mahakavanhang Apivateyami Savakato Mahakavata Tammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipano Mahakavato Savakasangho Sanghang Namami Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Rasa Bhagavato Arahato สัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะอิติปิโสมะภะคะวะอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิชาจารณังสัมมุโนสกาโตโรกาวิตุอนุเตโรปุริสาดามาสติสัตตาตาวามนุสนังพุทโธภาควาติ Okay, with the lower body and hands and arms comfortable, and the upper body erect, just close the eyes and start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Here you're just looking to establish the breath, a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. Not forced or controlled, just a gradual inhale through the nose, experiencing the full breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Your breath may not match up with the guidance that I'm providing, and that's okay. This is your practice. I'm just here for guidance. You can use this voice as a reminder that whenever you get to the next inhale, breathing gradually through the nose, developing a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose, experiencing the full breath. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the breath well established, start fixating the mind on the breath, either the sound of the breath coming into the nose or the sensation of air moving over the skin into the nose. The breath is the present moment. Fixate the mind on the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the mind fixated on the breath, whenever you notice that it moves off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. No need to observe the thought, label it, judge it, analyze it, or even try to figure out where it's coming from. Whenever you notice that the mind is moved off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. I'm going to be quiet now and let you do this work of focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. Then I'll be back with more guidance on loving kindness meditation. You have nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. No one needs you right now. This is your time to focus on the breath. Breathing in and out. Continuing to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Repeat these phrases in the mind on the out breath. May I be peaceful. May I be safe. May I be well. May I be free of all discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. May Mom and Dad be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. May my family, friends, co-workers, and neighbors all be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. May all those who have caused me harm be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. May all those who I have harmed be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. May all beings, wherever they reside, be peaceful. May all beings be safe. May all beings be well. May all beings be free of discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. Now return back to breathing mindfulness meditation, focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. Breathing in and out. Arahang Sama Sambuddho Mahakeva Potang Mahakavanang Apivateami Savakato Mahakavata Tammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipano Mahakavato Savaka Sankho Sanghang Namami Namo Rasa Bhagavato สัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะอิติปิโสเอมะเควาอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิจาจารนังสัมโมโนสกาโตโรกาวิโตอนุเตโรปุริสาดามาสติสตาตาวามนุสรังพุทโธภะคะวะติ Okay, if you guys would like to slowly make your way out of meditation. Once again, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all of you guys, wherever you are, whatever time zone you're in. If you have questions about anything related to the path to enlightenment, just let me know. You can put that into Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom in the comment section. Or if you're in Zoom, you can electronically raise your hand, unmute your microphone, and ask any and all questions that you like that way. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Okay, it looks like we have a question coming in here on YouTube. What is the meaning of the song you are singing, sir? This actually isn't a song. It's actually chanting in the Pali language. These are 3 chants that are done commonly throughout the Theravada tradition. Mainly what they're doing is they're showing respect and gratitude to the Buddha. But not only the Buddha, his teachings, in the entire community as well. So that's what this is for. During the lifetime of the Buddha, they used chanting as a way to commit the teachings to memory. It was a learning tool, it was a learning device. Nowadays, we use it as a way to ease the mind into meditation and get more benefit out of the meditation itself. So this chanting, it's something that during the lifetime of the Buddha, you had to chant in order to be able to get to enlightenment. Without chanting, you wouldn't have the ability to remember the teachings. It's kind of like nowadays, it's like without reading books, without watching YouTube videos, without listening to podcasts, you wouldn't be able to actually get to enlightenment because you need to commit the teachings to memory, and that's how we do it nowadays. But during the lifetime of the Buddha, it was chanting. So you had to actually recite the teachings orally through chanting in order to be able to get to enlightenment, where today you could actually not chant and you'd still be able to get to enlightenment. So it's not a song or a prayer or a ritual or a ceremony or anything like that. It's used today to ease the mind into meditation and get more benefit out of the meditation. And then there's more here. What is this meditation name called? You can see it right at the top of the YouTube video since you're in YouTube. It's loving kindness meditation. That's what this is. This is a meditation that helps to rewire the mind to become more loving and kind, warm and gentle. Eventually, you can get to the point where you eliminate all the anger, hatred, ill will, the bitterness, the hostility, the resentment, but even the smaller versions of that, even the slightest annoyance or dislike towards another being, you can eliminate that. And this meditation is an important part of that, but you would need to go out into the world and be loving and kind through your intentions, speech, and actions. You wouldn't be able to just meditate your way to the elimination of anger. So that's why it's important that you study the entire Eightfold Path. That's what's going to guide you in being able to understand the entire path to enlightenment as taught by the Buddha. And then you integrate each one of these pieces, these tools that he shared, in order to be able to train the mind and get it to the enlightened mental state. All right, thank you for your questions there. Let me see if we have any other questions coming in. I don't see any other questions anywhere. So what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to end class by thanking all of you guys for joining. Appreciate your interest to learn and understand the teachings of the Buddha. On Sunday, we're going to be in chapter 24, which is titled Misunderstandings of the Teachings. This is where I go through several misunderstandings to help you guys to understand what it is that you'll see in the world and why those are misunderstandings. Because oftentimes people are thinking that they're actually learning and practicing the true teachings of the Buddha, but because they haven't learned based in his original words, there's so many misunderstandings that are just propagated through the oral tradition. And I'm going to walk you through about 9 individual misunderstandings to help you understand what is being misunderstood in the world about these teachings. Because as long as you keep practicing those misunderstandings, it'll actually hinder you from being able to get to enlightenment. So once again, thank you all for joining, and perhaps I'll see you guys in a future class. Be well and take care. Sawadee-khap.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. To provide support for this podcast, visit patreon.com/support Buddha. To access more teachings, visit buddhadailywisdom.com. There, you will discover a full range of courses, retreats, and online resources to assist you on the path to enlightenment. Remember to establish a daily, consistent meditation practice, along with learning and practicing these teachings. A well-developed meditation practice is the foundation in which to train the mind to attain enlightenment.